Oh. Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm not tired at all. Hey, Nana Banana, what's up? How's it going? Bonus stream. Yeah, Friday Chrissy stream. So, Madeline, yesterday, my stream made me say my in real life ban word 6 times. And for every time I have to say, like, every time I say it, oh, what happened to my... every time I say it adds 10 minutes, and after 60 minutes, I have to do a stream the next day. So I got 6 times, and I'm doing a Friday stream. Look at how cozy I am, though. It's like Friday cozy. I'm gonna hide. So yeah, Friday stream. I'm really excited. It only has to be an hour, though, which is exciting. I mean, I'm glad to be here. I could go longer. We'll see how it goes. But like, but it starts at 10 o'clock. Yep, so 10 o'clock official time. Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're hanging out today. I'm not tired. You're tired. Shh. It's fine. I'm so sleepy. Oh, I didn't know my checklist has been up the whole time. Look at that checklist. Break down bubbles, finish the frame, review svelte. I did all those things. I'm done with those things. I think today I was going to do like a... like an IRL ban counter, but I think we can just work on it later. But You didn't get an alert? Nana Banana, did you get an alert? Or did you just know I was getting on a 10? Let's see. Alert. Usually it takes a bit. Like, yeah. Yeah. It says it's up now. I don't know. Maybe you turn my notifications off, Old Sloppy. It's all good. So I think today, we'll probably just continue what we're doing yesterday. And I was thinking of making a database seeder for my thing. Or actually, I was just gonna do front end. The next step is front end. I shouldn't go crazy and get distracted. Bubbles! I actually turned down my lights a little bit because I have a little bit of a headache. But so if I look, I think it's fine. I don't think, no! Incorrect. I like just looked back and I saw the lights change and I was like, jump scares happening. The lights are a dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. I gotta change them. But anyway, so yeah, so let's do some, I don't know, Twitch told me it was a new reward. Oh, really? Oh, I guess it kind of is. It's like the newest one, right? The reward, yeah. So yeah, so we're gonna do some coding today, like a boss. I think that I think starting some front end might be fun. I don't know what I have for front end here right now. It's probably just the bye. Hey Josh, what's up? Josh Washy Wash. Hey Nana Banana. Hello. Hey. 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 Hi. I love that emote. I'm so proud of myself. Like that, I don't know. Of all the emotes I've made, saying hi from the corner of the screen just seems like it's just, oh no, come over here. Hello. She's so cute. Way to talk yourself up, you weirdo. I'm talking to myself. What's up, Nana Banana? How was your Friday? Josh, how was your Friday? How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? I think I have to stick hey, the Mayan 93, how are you? Welcome onto the chat. How's it going? Are you the only Mayan? Is that, or are you the 93rd Mayan? The Mayan, not a Mayan. The 93rd Mayan. Friday's all right. How's yours? I went skiing today. Let me show you a picture. So we were on the mount. I was on the mountain, and Old Sloppy doesn't ski. So and the snow. I fixed a weird felt bug that I did not know about otherwise. It was fine. It was fine. Josh, was it because of the weird inheritance thing or the weird reactive thing, or was it something else? Let me show you a picture of the craziness that ensued, which I guess like this might be normal for some people. Oh, it's so pretty. It looks pretty, but it's like really blurry. But like this is where I live. This is like unheard of. So you can see it's kind of crazy. It's on my phone. But like that's a line of cars. Like that doesn't happen ever where I live. The Northeast is pretty void of humans. So it's crazy to see like that much of a backup. And I'm on the mountain there. You can see like there's the hello little people. I should probably have gotten their consent before I show them on stream. Skiing is terrifying and should be illegal. Had to do with spreading props on non-components or elements rather. Oh, I got you. That's interesting. Is that like emitting or something? Old Sloppy, I agree. Oh no, I'm sorry, Old Sloppy. I wish we had a good experience the first time we went, but it was really nice. I really enjoyed it, honestly. I think it was really great. You fractured your leg. Old Sloppy dislocated his hip. So, yeah. You can just immediately die doing the most basic stuff. Yes, you get off the ski lift and bam, dead. That's factual. Totally. I don't think that's true. No, come on. It's fine. Does anybody else ski or do any sort of wintry sports? Or is there a winter near you? Sometimes if there's no winter near you, I get it. Your winter sport is like being outside in the sun. I wish that was my winter sport. Iced tea. You basically learn how to not die. That's all ski lessons are. And turning. Not dying and turning. Name another hobby like that. Water skiing? Swimming. Swimming is a hobby where you learn how to not die. Hold on. I think I can name several. I don't like the cold either, Josh. But like skiing is how I adapt. Yeah. You float naturally? I think there are a bunch of parachuting, right? Parachuting, Alan. Absolutely parachuting. What else? There are so many. Let's see. Learning how to not die. I guess it depends on what level of pilot you're learning, right? If you're learning to fly a plane, I guess it depends what level you are, right? If you're a beginner, maybe not. Rock climbing? I don't know. You could just stay on the ground, right? If you start climbing, does that immediately mean you're going to die? I don't know. Right? I don't know. But like if you start swimming, the first thing you have to learn is how to not die, right? Skiing is turning and learning how to not die. I mean, you could just stay on the ground instead of parachuting too. Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. Other ways of learning how to not die that are hobbies. I don't know. Like tennis isn't like that, right? You learn how to hold on to the edge for swimming. I guess. Yeah, but that's learning how to not die, isn't it? Holding on to the edge. Scuba diving. Shows how much you know. Scuba diving. That's learning how to breathe underwater, which freaks me out. I don't know how anybody is like, yeah, no, this is a good idea. Just suck in. It's okay. There's water all around you, but no, just breathe in. It's fine. I remember the first time like someone wanted me to see like this awesome whole bunch of fish underneath this boat that was really incredible. So they give me their like, is it called an aspirator? That doesn't seem right, but I'm going to call it respirator. Respirator? I think it's a respirator. So they give me their respirator, whatever it is, the breathing apparatus, and are like, here. And then they put it on my mouth and push me underwater. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I didn't say that because I couldn't breathe. And I like breathed in and it was the scariest thing I've ever done because I had no training or anything. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrifying. I love tennis. I was county champion. Woo, nice. I need to get back into tennis. Well, I'm glad I said something. I'm glad we were talking about death-defying hobbies. That brought you back. Pinot Gamer's going to be in the 2028 Olympics, and we're going to be like, we did that. Tennis Olympics. Because of a heart murmur? Oh, no, that sucks. I wouldn't either. I don't know. I'm back and forth on scuba diving. I feel like I would die. Because I would definitely be the kind of person who's like, I don't know where up is. I already don't know where up is. Put me underwater where it's dark. That's just the end, you know? I don't hold on to lines very well. Yes, her heart would literally explode. All right. So we're doing some front end, which is interesting. But I wanted to do like the whole picture of the module of inquiry. And I realized I should do some sort of database seeder. That would be pretty great, but I won't do it before I have like some interface. you would likely die. Likely is good enough for me. That's how Old Sloppy feels about skiing. Likely is good enough. So we have to figure out how to put a front end on this. I kind of want to use Vue because I've been studying it. So I don't know. What do y'all think? I could do Vue. I don't know how Vue meshes with Django though. I could just use the Jinja front end, but I am not a fan, really. And I really want to get better at the components thing, especially the props. I feel like passing props and organizing props and the pinya. So like if you use like Vue or I guess whatever component framework, they have like a central storage, which is kind of cool. And I was reading about that today. And for Vue 3, I think it's piña, which is like a piña, which is like pineapple in another language or whatever, I think. And it's really cute. Are we having a bonus stream tomorrow as well? I don't know, Nana Banana. It's on my schedule. Oh, wait, Saturday? I don't know. It depends on if you make me say a whole bunch of in real life band words. I don't think you could do it in 50 minutes. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm actually being fed by my friend coming over with his, I think it's his girlfriend, but we don't say that. Like, that's not allowed, Old Sloppy. That's actually a banned word ban. I don't know if you know this, but that word is a banned word ban. How do I give you back your how do I give you back your channel points? That's a banned word ban. Your thing says Saturday bonus stream? Oh my god, it says Saturday bonus stream? That's Sunday bonus stream? No, that's a banned word ban. Himself did it, and it just bums me out when I can't say that word. It's like my theme, babe. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right. So, let's look up the best front end. Well, and I should probably for Django. Like, what's the best mix front end? I prefer Vue. This person prefers Vue on Reddit. So that's got to be what we do. I routinely get my S days mixed up. That's probably true. I do get my S days mixed up. I thought it was Sunday. Now I'm going to go look at my own. What do I have on my about? Let's go check out my about. Let's go see. Channel. Oh, she's a pretty singer. Shh. Chrissy, shh. I couldn't find the mute. Exception. All right. Let's look at my schedule. How do y'all see my schedule? It's confusing. There we go. Schedule. It says Sunday. Oh, what's this? Hold on a minute. This is very confusing. It says Saturday. Did I name it Saturday? Oh, I named it Saturday. Hold on. It's Friday. It feels like Saturday because I went skiing today after work. Sorry, I just fixed I fixed it. All right, let's get Chrissy out of here. Go away, Chrissy. All right, I fixed it. Sorry, everybody. I realized that was the title of the stream. So let's go back to picking out front-end frameworks for Django. Which front-end is best with Django? Angular? I know who would agree with that. So bright. It's just one part of it, and it's bright. These are the best front-end and back-end frameworks and libraries. All right, let's try a different one. Which front-end? It's all opinion. Nobody's got a good medium list. And REST API. I guess it really doesn't matter. Bulma. Should have named it Sunday bonus stream and gave everyone a little panic. Oh my god, because tomorrow is work. I would mess up. I already don't know what day it is. Yeah, what do you think, Josh? I feel like I should just use Vue because I'm doing it at work, and I feel like it'll reinforce some positive habits. That's what I think. What do y'all think? Anybody have an opinion? I don't know. Ish. Cool. Um, what's said? Ah, 1 sec. Oh, okay. 1 sec. Oh, that was like ah. What? Which front end is best with Django? This just says top 10 front end and back end frameworks for full stack developers. This doesn't even have anything to do with Django. This just says what? I guess I could just do Django front end, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to. Is Python Django outdated? Oh, that's a good question. Managed to grow, so no, it's fine. What's the best way to build a Django web app front end? Did I get rated super late? I don't know. It's a weird question. I don't know. Maybe. I think so twice. I think I got a raid. Old Toppy, you should check out the person who we raided last night was Sand Experiment, and she had me stay up like an extra hour because she's fantastic. And we raided into her stream at like, I don't know, it was really late, but she's fantastic. She does like sand art on a light box, and she does like transitions. It's fantastic. It's lovely. I'm gonna shout her out because she's incredible. Let me see if I can find her. Yeah, right here. Do a quick sand experiment shout. Yeah, she's just amazing. She does this like she does these great transitions. I think she'll like some of these she's just drawing pictures and making like a Christmas scene to music. And we sat through this whole thing and it was like 24 minutes and it was just incredible. So I'm going to do a quick shout out to Sand Experiment because just an incredible streamer and worth it. Sand. Let's see. There we go. Cool. So let's see. More of a philosophical question. Okay. With batteries included, before REST architecture was invented, front end and back end were closely related to each other. Could use Django templates. I don't really want to use Django templates. I don't really like them. I'm not really a fan. Banana! Let's just see. Let's just start Vue. I might as well just try Vue with Django. Can I even do that? Or do I have to install like a whole, like that's not, is there, I guess if I just want to stick with Python, which I could. Let's see, here we go. I think I'd like to do Vue, so. What's that? You have a quiz? Oh, that's really weird. Let's just see. Python. Here we go. Do I need to download Node then? Vue.js is a progressive framework for building user interfaces. You can use Vue, the Vue layer, or you can use it to build a single page applications, which I'd like to try. I don't know if I need to, but I think it's neat. I'm getting cold now. Pinja doesn't look bad. It's a little more boilerplate than I'm used to, but I think that's normal amount for me. Vue, yeah. I think I want to use Pinja and Vue. But I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure how how to run it and think about it, because like I have to run the back end, right, for Django, and then I have to run the front end with Node, which I guess isn't too bad. But you can check if you have Python 3, then the virtual environment, and then I guess so Django View. Look at this. Okay. All right, let's try this out. I guess there's a Django View. Make pip install Django. I've already got that. Django admin start project Django View. Okay. Installed apps. Migrate server. Bootstrapping the front end. Okay. All right. So I think this is the part that I really need. So hopefully this is a good. I've never used Auth0 as a tutorial framework. I'm assuming you just make calls to your backend. Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right. I guess that makes sense. So I just need to like set up the same front end that I normally would, and then, but I need to do that kind of from scratch, and I'm not really sure how to start. So there's a CLI. Vue.js has a CLI utilities that allows developers to quickly generate SPAs. The CLI offers pre-configured build setups for modern front-end workflow and takes only a few minutes to scaffold a basic project boilerplate. All right. Boilerplate is shipped with features such as hot reloading, lint on save, and production-ready builds. Before you can install the Vue.js CLI, you need to have a development environment with Node.js or newer, and I don't have that right now. You can install both of them by heading to the official Node.js website. I don't have it in this, like in this setup, but do I have it somewhere? Don't I have like, I'm just gonna see. Let's see if I just run this, if it'll just populate, because I think I have npm and it's in my root. So I wonder if I put it in Soapbox. I guess I do, right? It's a little confusing, like where everything goes, or I do it separately. I guess I don't know. When you have like two different, like when your front end is totally decoupled from your back end. What's up, Vimic? Auth0, I use that for Jump Room. Oh yeah, Vimic, I wanted to check out Jump Room. Does anyone know what worldly mapping is? No, I don't know what worldly mapping is. Okay, so let's see if we can get this Vue.js CLI set up. And I don't know, I know I would put it in the Soapbox file. I guess it doesn't really matter where it is as long as it's in this folder, right? It doesn't really need to be inside the Django Soapbox app, right? I guess not. I don't know what worldly mapping is. But see, let's see, where did they put it? They said, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. This is interesting. Well, okay, so let's just see if we can get the gvue CLI or whatever. npm install gvue CLI. Okay. And I'm just going to stay in this folder. All right, so we have npm, so we just have Node already hanging out. Mapping for business strategies? Oh, Nana Banana apparently knows. I don't know. In a mono repo kind of setup, you'd have packages and you deploy each one of them on their own. Can be like client, server, that kind of thing. Oh, I see. So like, I see. I don't think I see. In a mono repo kind of setup, you would have packages and you deploy each one on their own. So right now, like what I'm used to is, so Laravel has like a resource folder, and that resource folder holds all the JavaScript. You can always move the root directory where you need it. All right, that's fine. Look at all this deprecated stuff. Why do I need that? Please upgrade to version 7 or higher. Can I just do that now? 11 packages are looking for funding. npm audit fix force. I don't want to deal with this right now. I only have an hour to stream. I have half an hour now, 35 minutes. You'd put it in its own directory, so I should move it. All right. Outside of Soapbox? I don't want to put it outside of Soapbox. But I'll put it in like front end. Or I guess I'll call it Soapbox. Can I just call it like resources? I guess what's the best name for this? Naming things, y'all. Naming things. Very important. Soapbox client. Yeah, okay, good idea. So I could do client. So inside, you're thinking like inside the Django one? You said I could move it, right? All right, okay, so let's do client. This is the root folder, so this isn't the same as Soapbox, this is SPBX, but I'll do client and then server, you're saying? Oh, no, I don't want anything in there yet, bud. And then we'll do, oops, not a file, directory, and then a server. All right, let's do it. Cool, nice. And, okay, so then initialize Vue.js with a Webpack template. I think this is fine because I don't really know what I'm doing, so I might as well start with a Webpack so that I can, you may need to add sudo. No, I don't. To install commands globally. No, that's fine. After installing the Vue.js CLI, you will use it to generate a new Vue.js application. Like, why can't I just use, how do I use it? How do I start it? This is the silliest thing I've ever seen. Am I in it? How do I start? I hate when tutorials go through like half of this. See, this tells me how to install it, but then how do I start it? Oh no, maybe it's just, no, it's just gonna use it. I see. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm here. I exist. I do exist. Project name front end. Oh shoot, should I have just done that? Wait, Webpack? The standard now is Vite? Okay, I'll just use Vite then. Undo. Escape. Control C. There we go. Did I mess it up? I can use Vite. I get that. That's fine. All right, so now I'm in the virtual environment, which I should have been doing the whole time, but it doesn't really matter. Old Sloppy, how do I return your points? Orbs! Stupid. I'm so cranky about it. Hey himself, how's it going? Good morning to you. A tip of the hat to you. Yeah, Old Sloppy redeemed bubbles. I mean, all right, add 10 minutes to the stupid clock. It's fine. I'm not going to say it that many times before I leave stream. There's no way. I know, I need to ban it. It needs to be a ban on the ban, IRL ban. I don't like it. It's my least favorite. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you himself. So we're doing, so did I mess that up big time then? Or did I start it? All right, so let's do, so instead of Webpack, I want to do Vue init Vite. All right, hold on, let's start Vue. I don't even know, like right now, I'm so far out of what this means. All right, to quickly get a taste of Vue, you can do the playground. Yep. NVM init Vue at latest. Oh, let's try that. Make sure you have an up-to-date version of Node installed. I don't know what my Node version is right now, actually. But is Node the I don't know, it doesn't really say anything about, let's see. Here we go. In this section, we'll introduce how to scaffold a Vue single page application on your local machine. Then the created project will be using a build setup based on Vite and allow us to use single file components. Make sure you have an up-to-date version of Node. I don't even know how to check that. It's my Node version. Can I just do, so how to, let's see, update Node. Someday I'm going to be able to just do this without just npm update. Looks like npm update. And latest. And not found. npm latest. No, I did not want npm test. You're confused. Use nvm. I don't even know what nvm is. nvm install. I don't. Okay. All right. It will work like a virtual environment. Node version manager. Oh, okay. The Shakaroni one. Oh. I just follow the Vue.js guide. They have one on their site. All right, let's just do that. Let's do this. npm init Vue at latest. No, whatever. Yes. Create Vue at 3.5.0. Project name. So is this where I put client and server, or is this just going to be Soapbox? I'm just going to do Soapbox. I'm not Vue project Soapbox. Soapbox front end, or just can I call it Soapbox? I guess it's going to be confusing if I call it Soapbox on the back end and on the front end. What do we do at work? I guess it's the same though. It's the same at work. Target directory Soapbox is not empty. No. Do not remove files. No. We will try that again, and we're going to call it Soapbox Vue. And that will be package name Soapbox Vue. What's the package? Yeah, the one. It sounds like the tutorials are taking you all down. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not trying to go down a tutorial. I'm just trying to start up the thing. Project name, your project name. Add package name. But this isn't even, but you're right, because the next step is not add TypeScript, it's package name. I don't even know what that means. Client? What do I put here? This is so frustrating. Tell me what to do, tutorial. Tell me, please. Tell me something good. And it's just not. I don't know what this package name Soapbox Vue. Do I just do the same thing? I guess sure. Let's call it sure. Add a TypeScript. Now I wish I could do TypeScript. I don't know if this is the right time. I would say probably not, but I kind of want to do TypeScript. It would be a real challenge, and maybe I should just stick with what I know and move to TypeScript when I know a little bit more. But I don't know. Papa John's should sponsor Chrissy so that we can get coupons. I mean, Nana Banana, I have like a couple sponsorships, but they're not like, one of them is like that have been offered to me. And I'm like, one is Raid Shadow Legends, which I've seen everybody do. And I'm like, that's silly. And then I have HelloFresh. And I'm like, I'm not gonna promote this. I don't get this myself. And then there's like, I don't know what the other ones are, but there are a couple. And I'm like, I don't know. This doesn't, when you're learning new things, I recommend doing as little test projects. Tagora, what's up? Raiden Hellofish, everyone does. Yeah, I know, right? What's up? How was your stream? Friday! Welcome, Raiders! How are you all today? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. We're adding a front end for my app called Soapbox. Yes, another day that ends in Y. Yeah! Woohoo! Celebrate! Hey Kandarsa, what's up? I saw you. Hello. Oh, the cat. Oh my god. I have to show you where the cat is. Oh my god, it's so cute. She's like on top of the... I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Oh my goodness, she's so adorable. She's like looking at me. She's like, don't take a picture of me. Look at this cutie kitty. We have a chair. It's like a crazy, I went through like a weird style phase, but we kept the chair because it's super comfy. And look at her, she's just sleeping on the back of it. It's so cute. The chair's weird. I get it. It's like some crazy design. I loved it. Wait, Wolf knows View? Did I just teleport to Tuesday? No, Wolf. Yesterday, stream made me say an in real life word ban word that the words were serializer and router or router. How come you guys made fun of me for the way I said? I think it's router, isn't it? Or is it not? Router? Roto-rooter? Router-rotter? Router? Root-er. Anyway, so I said it 6 times in my rule. It's router? It's not. That's such a weird, it's router. Anyway, so for every 60 minutes that I mess up, I do a stream the next day. And you earn 10 minutes for every missed word. It's router. See, Nana Banana? Router. It's Raider. It's Raider. It's router anywhere but the USA. Huh. All right. It's router then. Okay. So, Wolf, should I do this this front end in TypeScript or in JavaScript? I'll take whatever you say. I think probably JavaScript, right? Like I should be just wise with but I would love to learn TypeScript. I think it's fantastic. But I think it might be hard and it might give me a little bit of anxiety when I'm building my app. But if it's not very much different, I always want hard mode, Wolf. And I think TypeScript is really valuable. I think everybody's using it now. It's like the popular thing, you know? So I don't know. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. TypeScript! Add JSX support. Trends are not good. It's not about Trends himself. It's about typing. I love types. I entirely Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, Josh, wait. What should I have done? Should I have not done TypeScript? Yo, I just started learning TypeScript. Have some timing. I picked it. Wait, was I not supposed to? Wolf told me to. But himself, honestly, I've been wanting to learn TypeScript for a while, and I love types. I get it. I get why we use them. I get why they're important. I don't like that JavaScript doesn't. How hard is hard mode? Because I can cancel this. Am I going to be depressed about not being able to finish Soapbox because it's so hard? May slow you down because you'll be learning a lot of new things. But I think it'll be worth learning. Bam! Bam! That's how I feel. If I want to move fast, no, I don't care. Add view router for single page application development. This is tough because I'm not sure I know whether or not I want to make a single page application. I mean, it's fine, it'll be faster, but like, I don't know if it matters. Add view router. Yeah, I want to do it. I want to do single page application. I think it's a good idea. It's extra hard mode. I'm not saying TypeScript is bad or good, or that you shouldn't learn it or you should. Only that it's popular is a terrible reason. But yes, you justified it otherwise, so it's a moot point now. Oh, okay, good. Don't let them fool you. It's router. I'm gonna add Pinya. I'm learning about Pinya now, Wolf, and I think it's pretty good. The state management. Okay. So I'm just like playing with my chapstick. This is Friday, everybody. Add view router for single page. Yes. Add Pinya. Absolutely 100%. Add Vite test. Yeah, why the fuck not? Excuse my language. Add an end-to-end testing solution. I can do this later, right? I'm going to say no for now. And because I don't know. I don't even know what this like thing looks like yet, you know? I think I'm going to say no and add it later if I need to, which I think I can do. Add ESLint for code quality? I think yes, right? Let's see what Vue recommends. It says add them all. Oh, it said add Cypress. Can I go back? Can I switch this? Oh, I'll add it later. I do recommend learning it in its own separate bub. Did you do that on purpose himself? Rather than trying to learn it as part of your main project. I'll do it. I think what I'll do is a separate small project sometime. I think that's right, but like, I don't mind it. It will be a struggle bus, but I'm really excited. Bull. Yeah, I did not say the whole thing. Did you do that on purpose? If you did that on purpose, does anybody have 10 minutes on the clock, by the way? Because I did say it once already. 10 minutes. If it gets up to 60, I'll stream tomorrow. Ridiculous rule. Okay. Yeah, I'll just add everything. Now run cd soapbox view npm install. All right, I'll use two hands to type. I might as well, right? And oh, hold please. So you're only streaming for 60 minutes. I only have to stream for 60 minutes, Wolf. But I'm already at I already have 16 minutes left. I started at 10. So I think I'll probably go a little bit more. But I only have to. I'm only required. I know. Josh, I know. I'm only required to do 60 minutes, but I'll go over it properly. I don't want to yeah, I might stay on. That sounds good. I don't have a bedtime today. Oh, yeah, but Time Enjoyed is on. There's so many fantastic people on, Wolf. You just have do you have multiple tabs? I would get it if you have multiple tabs. But we have great people on today. Let's see who's on. Time Enjoyed is on. Our favorite Django streamer. Strager. Yes. Yes, that's it. That's pretty good. Not too bad. Time Enjoyed is cool. Thank you. You're fantastic. And no, I'm on my phone. I'm washing my face. Ammo's on? That was on. What was it up there? It must have clocked through. I don't see her. What? Why is that funny? Whatever. She's like #1 for a reason. Trendsetter. What? What do you mean what? Team Vash. I don't know who these people are. I don't judge. Woo! Those things. I'm not allowed to say that word tonight. So yesterday, this stream is here because I said in real life word ban words. And someone banned that word today, Lord Melon, and I'm a little mad about it because it's supposed to be banned. A banned word ban. That's what it is. It's a banned word ban. But, whatever. Yes. Wolf, yes. That word. Stupid. Piss me off. All right, so it said after I do npm install, then I do npm run lint. This is exciting. I have to say that that doesn't count, right? I don't know. Yeah, Old Sloppy Bandit for Nana Banana. And it wasn't even me. I know. It was my number one mod. Pain in my butt. Yeah, it does make sense. I don't know if I can say that word, Josh. I can sing it. You're a falling star. Not today. Well, if I went skiing today. You're the getaway car. You're the line in the sand. If I time out Old Sloppy, it actually removes Mod Hood away from him. Hilarious. It is banned from banned words, but technically I didn't officially put it in the removed from words. I will though. Burn this whole book. I went skiing. Oh, yeah, so I'll tell you more. So I went skiing, and there was this like huge line of cars in the front of not the ski place, but like there was like an accident on the highway. And this is all the people in front of me skiing. Wee! Wee! Oh, I've got a little movie. One of those like GIF things that your computer does. It's just snow. It's just white and snow. That happened to me. I was banned and my mod hood went away. Oh, when? Nana Banana, what? Here? I didn't ban you. Wait, what are you talking about? Lord Melon, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome on into the stream. I haven't seen snow in 3 years. Yeah, I wish. One of these days, a notification will come in your phone and you will dox yourself. I don't care. I highly doubt it. That's fine. It's okay. It's all right. Crunchy Lumpia. Cool name. Thanks for the follow. How are you today? Is this the lights changed again? They're doing the thing. I've doxed myself at least twice since I started streaming. At least twice, Wolf. And more if you're starting the fire. We didn't start the fire. Willfulness. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? I'm chilly, so I'm doing a little cozy girl, cozy lady. All right, so we ran the lint, and now we need to run the dev, npm run dev. It was always burning. Oh, thanks, Lord Melon. Thank you so much. We have some really cool interactive features. We're gonna improve that too, which I see you fixed. I absolutely did. I've doxed yourself 7 times to you. Are you counting? Do you have like a counter for people who dox themselves? What am I making? I'm making an app that offers recommendations to people. I have to make a command for that. Y'all, someone's got to write me a command. I like the fire Old Sloppy. Burn the place down. It's a nice life. My email is my counter. Your email? Holy crap, email? Don't worry, Chrissy. I don't know your real name. That's good, Josh. I can't believe your email has... When have I sent you email? Oh, yeah. That's true. No, I know that. I never did that on purpose. It's just that PayPal wouldn't pay me. And so they would take so long and not verify or whatever that they just refunded it. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's all good. It's not like that anymore. I fixed it. I do the same thing with my paychecks. Yeah, I don't even know. Like my company just gets them back. PayPal doxed me. It's the stupidest thing ever himself. It was really frustrating. I was really pissed. I was like, this is what a stupid framework. It's ridiculous. Many times. Well, to be fair, by that time you had already figured out my full name. Already. It was like the second time. So it's like, it's whatever. Anyway, it's not hard. I'm findable. All right, so we've got this now. So what's happening here? What does this do? I did it! Man, this is so encouraging, y'all. It's like, what's up? You've successfully created a project with Vite plus Vue. What's next? I don't know. You tell me, Vue. Documentation. Oh, look at this. They tell me what's next. This project is served and bundled with Vite. The recommended IDE setup is VS Code plus Volar. If you need to test your components and web pages, check out Cypress and Cypress component testing. I should probably install Cypress. Can I fix that? I feel like I messed that up when I did it, when I set it up. Whatever, I'll figure out how to do it. It's just a plugin. All right, let's check it out. If it's recommended by Vue, I'm just gonna take it at its word. This, oh, okay, TypeScript Vue plugin. Is this the one I want? Or do I want all of them? Extension pack. Let's look at this one. It's got Prettier. It's got ESLint. No. You hate it. It starts the browser in VS Code. Oh, okay. It's annoying. All right, we'll go without it then. Vue.js plugin got deprecated because it's doo-doo. I'd celebrate, but Vue has a client-side virtual DOM. So I shall grumble instead. Top one is Volar. Well, let's just... Yeah, I know this is an extension pack. But do we bother? You just said it's annoying. It starts the browser in VS Code. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I'd hate to miss the rest of the stream, but I'm getting sleepy. All right, Nana Banana, that's okay. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Good night. We shall miss you, but I'm so happy you're sleeping. All right, get him. All right, but is it going to open? Is it going to open the browser, whatever? Start the browser in VS Code? Keep in mind, I don't use VS Code, so you can probably turn it off. Okay. All right. If Josh says I should use it, I'll use it. Have a good one, Nana Banana. Oh, okay. All right, so we did that. We did Volar. More instructions are available in the README. All right, I'll look at Cypress later because I do think I probably should have downloaded Cypress and should not have skipped it. Just see what it is. It's probably a bunch of LSP tools and IntelliSense things. I think that's what it is. A TS server plugin to make TS server no.vue files. I don't even know. Do I need anything TypeScripty? Like, do I need to have TypeScript something? I don't know. Oh, okay, it just lets TS check your Vue files. Yeah, this one. And then that's this one. But this one has fast Vue language support, which It's a language export. I mean, I like language support. Petite Vue is based on @Vue reactivity to calculate everything on demand, implement native TypeScript language services. Quick start, create Vue. I have to actually set it up. Oh, I don't know. It's fine. Vue 2? Set up for Vue 2. What are we doing, Vue 2? Ridiculous. Okay, so we've got all that set up. And then it says, get official tools and libraries for your project. I have this. I think I got all these, but I didn't get Cypress, and I feel bad now. Got stuck. Support Vue. Okay, so we did our Vue start. And now, where is, oh, my JSON packages. Here it is, right here. Look at all this lovely assets, components. Oh my God, something familiar. It's so nice. Woohoo! Orbs! Celebrate! I feel like orbs is like the worst replacement word for that word. Orbs. It's orbs. Cool. Ruta. Y'all. It's all good. Oh my God, and this is the single page. So exciting. I know, stores. I know, Pina stores. Pina. I somehow completely missed AGDQ this year. Was completely, what's AGDQ? Awesome games to, oh, no. Yeah. I'm so sorry to hear that. I actually knew that they were around because I think Finite Singularity mentioned it on his stream. The Pina, the Santa Maria, the Father, the Son. Orb was really big a few years ago. Orb. Just Googling acronyms. Yeah, you know me. I'm reckless. I think Aldermere has been here long enough that it's okay. Was it this is your second stream, Aldermere? I trust you. So tell us what you're building. So I'm going to build the front end part of the inquiry, just the inquiry domain. So what this is going to be is basically the inquiry part of the, did I add auth to my API? I didn't, Wolf. Should we do that first? I didn't. I did not. It would be quick, right? I did post. Did I post one? No. No, I didn't post one yet. No, I don't really. I was thinking of doing a database seeder. Is it easy to do database seeders in Django? Because if I do a database seeder, I don't have to worry about posting yet. I could just like look at this data. No, it's not a good idea. A database seeder. A seeder. Sheeter. It like puts a seeder. What? I thought you said heater as well. I don't want to heat up the database. I want to seed. I want to seed up the database. Seed up the database. Let's see if Django has a quick seeder. I mean, you can make a custom one. Why would I make a custom one? It looks like that there's a package, but not on the official Django docs. Docs Django project. Yay! Celebrate! Hey, Cal Maddie, what's up? Can't seed the database without a bit of heat. Can't seed anything without some water. Hydrate? Did you make me hydrate, Lord Melon? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've never used a seeder. Oh. Yeah, they're mostly for tests, but also for like initial development. Because like, why not have some like fake data in your data hood? I don't know. Is database seeder just a buzzy way of saying your app creates the tables and initial stuff? No, I don't think so himself. It creates like the initial stuff. By initial stuff, do you mean like fake names and stuff? Yeah, dummy values. It adds fake data. Lula 12, with all these layoffs, do you think there are going to be jobs for fresh graduates? Lola or Lula? So I graduated. Oh, I almost told everybody. I graduated. I'm a millennial. So when I went to college, there were 0 jobs. When I went into college, they were saying, oh my God, you can work anywhere. It's just so easy to get a job. Seed 1 million records. I did seeders in Laravel test query optimizations. Seed 1 million records. I don't want to do that. So I don't know. I want to have hope for you, but sure, there are going to be jobs. I was looking at so Google said there were 12,000 layoffs, but they employ 168,000 people as of 2022. So now it might be 180,000 people. So maybe just those 12,000 new people. Swift RT, hey, what's up? Welcome on into the chat. Oh yeah, welcome by the way, Lola. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to your question. I want to give you hope, but I'm a very realistic person. So that's not true. Himself, that's not true. You're so ridiculous. I do care that you find out my name. I just think that stuff happens. And if somebody for some reason wrote my name on a notification, it would be all right. Plus, I turn most of my notifications off. Yeah, I love Laravel Owen codes. I love it. It's my favorite. No, himself isn't banning. No, that's all right. All right, so I just wanted to see if Django had a seeder. Apparently it doesn't really have one. Yeah, I love it. It's good. I'm doing Django because I've already got most of my project written in Django, so. But Laravel, ban. No, JK. I know you're kidding. Oh, cool, Owen. So we're like Laravel lovers who are both doing Django. That's awesome. Ruby on Rails. Welcome on Ruby on Rails, gang. Damn. Wait, I got one more sip, and next time I hydrate, I'll go get something. SwiftRT, thank you for the follow. Welcome on into the stream. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, so we started. We've got our stores. So stores are pretty incredible. Does anybody know about state management? Because I am very new to state management, but I'm very excited about it. Especially after trying to the first real thing I did with Vue is to try to feed 3 components, 3 child components. Well, so the first would be the parent, right? And then the other 2 were child's data that had to be API called from each was filtered components. And so I feel like state management helps me with that a ton, but I haven't used Pina before. Pena or Pina. I don't know what it is. Willfulness. I see only one book to ROR plus Vue. Oh, yeah. I wonder what that is about. Willfulness. I wonder. I'm using Django and Vue though, so. But yeah, I don't know. Ruby's good though. I've heard some good things about Ruby. I haven't used it myself. Oh, come on, Wolf. Let's not I mean, maybe it is. Maybe that's a real thing, but I've heard of Nuxt. So I've just been reading. I haven't heard people use it, Josh, but I've been reading it everywhere and I see it like, oh, if you use Nuxt. And I'm like, what? It's old. I know some Ruby developers. They're also, no, they're not really old. They're fine. They're a good age. Pose. Yeah, I hear it's great. I hear, okay, so actually this is fantastic because this gives me, this is not what I expect from a single page application though. This is the template, the header. This must be like not the way you're supposed to do it. This is how I would normally write a regular component, not a single page app component. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so this is our app. This is our SPA, and then we're gonna go back to the documentation. All right, Live-View, get started. I already installed it. I've done the tutorial like 6 times now. We'll probably have to look at SPA a little bit more, but I can just start making components and we can think about it. Am I age shaming my friends? Of course I am. I'm not age shaming them. It's peer shame. It's peer shame. We're all the same age. All my friends are exactly the same age as I am because I don't give a crap about age. Where was that chapstick I was holding? Did anybody see the chapstick I was holding? Just disappeared. Oh, there are 2 now. It duplicated itself. It's late. Age is just a number if you're above the age of 25. Age is just a number if you're above the age of 21, I think. But I know what you mean by 25. Because before 25, you don't know. I don't care about age, so all my friends are the same age as I am. Yeah. I know, right, Josh? I feel 25. I do. I went skiing today. Okay, so what do we need? So I haven't used SPA really before. I use like separate blade files with my Vue pages. Hey Loki, what's up? How's it going? Loki in the house, everybody. I still put together Lego, so I think that puts me between the ages of 12 and 18. It's Old Sloppy. You're between, let's see, they're little Legos, so it's 8 and 16 or 25 and 60. Those are the 2 age ranges for Lego. Lego OnlyFans? Old Sloppy, you should start a Lego OnlyFans. People would love it. We could do a Lego OnlyFans. Who has the heart of a boom? Oh yeah, no, Wolf definitely has the heart of a boomer. But the music taste of a 30-year-old. And I appreciate that. And I'm sure the looks of a stunning 22-year-old. I'm sure. No, I haven't. Josh, I haven't. Oh my God. What is this? Django newsletter, UTM Medium web. What is this? Use Vue with Django. What is this, Wolfulness? I'm going to click it. I'm going to click this link. What is this? Oh, is this just a walkthrough? Yeah, that's okay. All right, cool. Oh yeah, bricks. I forgot they call them bricks. 22? 3 years ago? You're 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 25? How old are you? Are you 18? You're not 37. You're not 37. Shush. No way. Shut the front door. No way. No way. Nope. Nope. See, I don't believe in age. This is ridiculous. No. Old sloppy, that's ridiculous. I'm not 47. I mean, you can call me 47, whatever. Like I said, I don't care about age. But I'm not 47. All right. Let's see. I thought you were 25. That's what I thought. I don't know, maybe not. All right. Back to the beginning. We're going to learn a lot because I think these stores are really interesting and I don't know how to use them. So, but I hear they're very like straightforward and simple. I'm gonna be shocked if I find out Chrissy is actually older than me. Totally unsurprised if Old Sloppy isn't twice my age though. Old Sloppy's younger than I am. Little pain in the ass. Okay. So, why is that rude? Nobody knows how old I am. Who cares? Celebrate! So good. Cheers me up every time. Ow. My lips are really dry from being outside in the snow. All right, let's kind of I want to use the docs. Let's see. We created an application, app root, to-do list. Oh, okay. While many examples in this guide only need a single component, most real applications are organized in a tree of nested reusable components. Lord Mellon, thanks for the sub. Thank you so much. So Lord Mellon came in today, followed, and subbed. You rock. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Cool. You have a good day. All right, so let's look at this. So while many examples in this guide need only a single component, most real applications are organized into a tree of nested reusable components. For example, a to-dos application component tree might look like the list with the items, the delete button, the edit button, and then a footer with a clear button and statistics. In later sections of the guide, we'll discuss how to define and compose multiple components together. Before that, we'll focus on what happens inside a single component. Mounting the app. So we have to mount the app because we haven't, an application instance won't render anything until its mount method is called. It expects a container argument, which can either be an actual DOM element or a selector string. So I have to mount the app, but I think the app is already mounted. This must be already mounted. Green. This is like seafoam. It's seafoam green. Let's see. So it must be mounted, right? I don't see it though. So where is it mounted? So we got stores here, views, Roto-Rooter, components. Assets. Did anybody see my where I'm supposed to register these, it's a little bit different than I'm used to. I think it's in the HTML file. In the HTML file. These are so much fun. Once you like get used to face scans, they're a blast. I think I'm blind, Josh. There it is. Okay, I see. HTML app. It is. Okay. So let's look at this because this is the single page, supposed to be the single page piece of it, right? And then this is where it's loaded. So this is actually what's being read in the DOM, right? I love that, Loki. Yeah. Chrissy, interested? Of course I'm interested. I love this. I love this stuff. Plus, I find Vue really easy to use. Just the idea of components, I think, is a really neat. I really like sort of the idea of like separating out your UI so that you can change all the different pieces and thinking of it as like little pieces of usable items. So, oh, that is funny. Old Subby, can you change the lights quick enough to make a rainbow face scan? I don't know. That'd be quite the effort. Yeah, I guess it would be. Could probably program a redemption to do it, but latency is a... Yeah. Okay, all right. Y'all keep talking. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing. And you, of course, but... All right. Okay. So we've got this, and then... So I don't think we need to do the mounted app thing because, like you said, it's in the HTML file right here. Where is it? Interesting. Where is it? Where do you think it's coming from? Source/main TypeScript. So what is the single page application thing? Is this? I'm like so confused. It's like it's feeding it through all different ways, all different like places. And I can't really see the route or structure. Yeah, rainbows are vertical. They are track lights. Yeah, but the colors would change as it went down. Like you would, if you did green and then it switched to blue and then it switched to red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. So it would be yellow, whatever. Yeah. I get it now. You get it now? Yes. Okay. So it's already in here. Inner HTML. Vue will automatically use the container's inner HTML as the template of the root component. If the root component does not already have a template option. App configurations. The application instance exposes a .config object that allows us to configure a few app level options. So error. Few methods for registering app scoped assets. Okay, so this is what I wanted to know. Where do I register my assets? I don't, this is the... In a later section of the guide, it says. Multiple application instances. I'm not limited to single application instance on the same page. What? What does that even mean? So I can have multiple instances of the same application on one page? So like if I was doing like a bingo game, I could have 4 bingo cards up as like part of the game. Stop. I'm bald. Yes, it's sad. Stop. You stop. What's up? I'm bald. Yes, it's sad. Why did you say stop? What do you want me to stop doing? SPA just means your entire application exists in a single page, in this case, index.html. When you build it, you can see, I'm sure, yeah. But I don't know if you use build command. I already built it. It's built. 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 Oh, maybe I didn't. I thought I did. I guess I didn't build it. Oh, I thought I did for some reason. Yeah, I guess you're right. Start. Like if you want to mount the app into a PHP template for some reason. It's interesting. So if you want to like embed it in an Excel file, you can do that. That'd be really interesting. There's this green. Can we change the green? Hey, Lord Melon, do you mind if we change the green? I feel like it's not doing great things from a face. Green is not a good color on the top of my head. Maybe like a purple? My understanding of SPA means that JavaScript changes the DOM dynamically, therefore keeping all the content on one page instead of reloading. That's right, yeah. Let's change to purple. Thank you. Oh. That's really dark. That's like yellow and oh my goodness. Well, that's just not streaming mode. There we go. Sorry, Wolf, sorry. Carlo Blaine, thank you for the follow. All right, so that's cool. Template syntax. Celebrate! You're not going to get me. When you build it, it will put it all into one directory like build and converts all the components to JS, TypeScript to JS, minifies, adds all the necessary styles, and does a bunch of things. Okay, cool. I gotcha. Wah, wah. Hey, Marximus. What's up? Okay, so then I guess it's interesting because right now I don't have any data, right? But I do have an API for I do have an API. Okay, see you soon, Loki. I do have an API for the request, the inquiry. So, which we should check out because I want to add some things to it. Maybe we do a couple post requests to it and see how they go through. We could work it. Yeah, we can. We still can. Who did that? Himself, you want me to stretch? Are you going to stretch too? Is that why you did it? Spin the wheel. I know. Lunges. I gotta add different things. All right. Yeah, right? Do you want to switch, Wolf? I'll do lunges and then I'll switch and we'll do something else. Because I could use not lunges today. I could do like, I could do a good like side stretch. Look at my white socks. Foolish. Is this a lunge? I forgot. No, it's like this, right? That's a lunge. I always forget what a lunge is. There's no... Oh, that was fun. Okay. Lunge. That's not a good lunge. This is a good lunge. One. Ew. just went skiing today. I don't need this. These are so bad. I think that's 5, or it's like 5.5. I don't know. I'm gonna hide under this blanket now and be cozy. You can't stop me. Go back to the bookshelf. How far away is that? I was like halfway. It's very far. I feel like I'm a movie walk away. You know, like a full movie walk. Like someone's hasn't seen someone in a while and they do like holy heck. What? I know, it's a Willy Wonka room. Huge room is huge. It's a big room. One small section of her basement. I live in a mansion. I don't live in a mansion. All right. I'll get a drink. I just got back to the screen, but I'm going to get a drink because I am thirsty. I think I'm just going to blur and keep the... I'm not going to keep the wheel up, but I'll blur and keep the stuff up. Or am I using Vue.js or Python? Both, SwiftRT. I'm using Python for backend and Vue.js for front end. And I'm going to get a drink. Unmute. What'd you say? I said I'm speaking muted right now. I said, I don't remember. Wasn't important. I'm using Vue.js and Python. Vue.js for back end and Python for front end. I do that a lot. Django backend, Vue front end. Was gnarly. Not gonna lie, Django backend with Vue front end was gnarly. Yeah, I'm gonna try it though, Marksimus. We'll see. Like getting all of it to work together in a nice way and a good workflow was one of those, why would you do that kind of things? Well, I'm doing Django REST framework, so hopefully it's fine. No, there's no good write-up. No, there is no good write-up. Wait, what happened? Did we get a raid? Hold on, what happened? No. Y'all? Hey, what's up? I said, okay, I'm muted. Yeah, that's what I said. All right, so here we are. We've got our mounted app, which is in TypeScript. Cool. And is TypeScript super strict then? Like, hey, Ethan Daniels, what's up, friend? How's it going? I do still follow them literally. Okay, That's good to know. It's strict if you set it to be strict. Oh, so it's got, Laravel has a strict mode. Gotcha, Tabs on Twitch. The key is to keep Vue and Django in separate repos, so you don't get the headache of trying to serve Vue from the Django server. And that is probably a good point. I do have them in separate directories at the very least. We kept them in the same repo. It's fine. Okay. So Wolf, if you wanted to help me fix the auth real quick, I'd be happy to do that because that's important. And is it juice, tea, or alcohol? It's not alcohol. It's tea. It's iced tea. It's Arizona green tea, not juice. Because it made it a lot harder to keep them working because you had to sync up all the hashes all the time. Oh, interesting. What that thing I said was gonna say again. Wait, what that thing I said I was gonna say again? What? Hi there, resident GigaChad and retracted employee. Gotcha. Nice. AZ green tea is lovely. Josh Washy Wash makes a mean sweet tea and does so on a regular basis. It's pretty awesome, like weekly. How many gallons do you make weekly, Josh? It was that word. It's that word. Celebrate, not that word, but the other one. Tea is life. Tea is delicious, Wolf. I feel like we talked about this and I was gonna buy you some Black Dragon. I'm gonna send you some good tea. They are very cheap because you can spam them to cheer me up because I love them. But right now, my IRL word ban is that. You have to run 14 miles? Well, I mean, you don't have to run 14 miles. Are there like 80 million zombies chasing you? I feel like you don't have to run 14 miles if you don't want to. I believe that you train. I do. That's fantastic. I used to like sprint triathlons, but I gave them up when I got 2 jobs. Happy Friday, alienated worker. Hello. You just got to make sure they're different directories and that your main server daemon is properly serving them separately. Nginx serving Vue via static and Nginx serving Django. Yeah, I'm doing what's serving Django right now? Uvicorn? I don't know. Django manage run server is right now. So I think it's just not live. Nothing's serving anything right now. It's just run server. It's Uvicorn. Okay. All right. So let's go back just for a second. Yesterday we struggled with it wasn't this. It was in our settings. Stop it. Okay. The authentication here was messed up. So every time I tried to go to the API endpoint for Django, which, hold on, let's go ahead and start it up. And then we need, let's do Python manage.py run server. Thank you for the follow, Alejandro Strada. Welcome on in. Try some ginseng tea with Uncle Iro? Uvicorn. I think it's Uvicorn. Maybe not. Maybe not. But it's in, we can look at the manage.py file. Why not? Environ. Do I have anything in here that I can't show? It doesn't say. What the hell? Why doesn't it say? I don't know. Wolf knows. I believe Wolf. Oh, good night. Is that a good night? Good evening? You're leaving now? Okay. Good evening. Have a wonderful night. Bye, Pyre54. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. All right, so now we've got this and we're going to go to the API. So now that we have the authentication reopen, let me show you quick what was happening. So our API inquiry is calling for authentication. We got bugs and code and everything you need. BRB. Okay, I can wait. I was just surprised. Okay, no, you're allowed to have water. Redeeming hydrate for himself, for Wolf. There you go, Wolf. That's for you. I ain't got nobody. No problem. I am magician. With odd head. I went into magic because my forehead was strange. All right. Let's see if we can fix this. Oh, I can just oh yeah, I don't know. Okay. That's why magicians wear hats, because they're foreheads. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. All tea is bitter? This is not bitter. This is Arizona iced tea. This is the sweetest tea. Sweet tea. Is a back end? Yeah, Django is a back end and Vue is front end is what I'm doing. I'm cold. I'm like an old lady with my like blanket wrapped around. I'm so cold. Okay. Authentication is REST framework default authentication classes. Left for water, came back with a bottle of vodka. It's not 1 o'clock yet. Well, it's gonna be okay, but vodka's good. I feel like I should have a drink tonight. That would be good. Not on stream, but I'll probably have a dirty martini when I'm all done. I'll be like, Django. Cheers. Use basic auth with the password set to bubbles. Oh, crap. You got me. 20 minutes. That's what I get for reading chat. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Lord Melon is knighted into the... Okay. All right. So we have that dual authentication, right? So I have the special kind, which if we go to the login page, you can see I have this accounts. This is going to be auth account login. So if I have my in here, oops. Is it a capital T? No. It's broken. No, I didn't forget. Oops. Now y'all know my password. It's just a test password. I don't know what to do here. I guess I could just go to... I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah. No, this is it. Easy. Yeah. But I think that's what, it's interesting. Mange. I've got the mange. No, that's not. Let's use still a fake one. Ugh, it's probably me then. All right. Do we have to we don't have to restart the app, right? No dice. Okay. How many chapters are? I don't know. What do you mean? Do you want to be a Django goddess? I do want to be a Django goddess. So it's not using my auth. Oh, thanks. That makes sense. I get it. I'm a silly goose. I understand. Okay. Now, if I go to API inquiry, now I'm stuck on this. You want me to go USL or WSL? Same credentials? I forgot my password already. Okay, so, but I don't want to have to do that every time, right? Do I do... Celebrate! How am I even looking at my screens right now? My head hurts a little bit, to be honest. I know. It's not working. But that was double auth. Like I had to auth and then auth again. That's 2 auths. It's auth. Yeah, I had to. That's what happened. Or did I switch sessions when I switched the... So I want a CSRF token. So Django Auth is separate from Django REST framework authentication. Okay, that sucks. Why? Take Django out of your brain when you use Django REST framework. The only thing they share is the database. Okay, so I can see them as 2 separate applications, even though they also share the ORM, which makes sense. They share the ORM, the database. I mean, of course they share the ORM. The ORM is just an abstraction between them. But I wrote the ORM in Django, not in DRF. So is there a way to move? They do. So DRF leverages Django stuff. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay. So but if I'm using my app, I never have to log in to the Django framework. I don't have to worry about that. I only ever have to log into the Django REST framework when I'm using my app. Who is the REST API for? By the way, it's for me because I like REST APIs better. You don't have to log into Django Auth to log into DRF. Yes, ma'am, exactly. Okay, I understand. So basically, when I build my authentication in the front end, well, the login is going to be attached to the Django REST framework. What accesses it? Well, Vue will. And then everyone on the planet who is going to love my app, all of them. Actually use token-based authentication. Okay. The client, yes. The client, yes. The client. But listen to this. I'm listening. I'm here. Okay, Shanty01. Okay. So what's the other login for? The other login is for originally when I first started writing Django, I can have multiple authentication methods. Oh, right. Because basically someone can log in with Google or they can log in with, that makes sense. What you're saying. I can have multiple login methods because duh. I can get that. So it's actually part of the end project. I don't think the Django one really is. It just was how I started the app. I originally was only going to use Django, but I decided I want to use Django REST framework because I like REST frameworks better. I like the idea of them and I work with them. They're more logical to me. So that's why we're just scooching over. Yeah. Learning Django is very important when dealing with Django REST framework. True. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Do I not worry about it, Wolf, until I get there? Or no, I probably need to because I'm going to need, but this is a prototype. It's interesting. Because I do kind of want to stick it out there. I would love, if I actually finish this, I would love for people to try it out. So I think you wouldn't worry about it. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it. Punt it till later. I think that's a good idea. I think you're right. Throwing auth everywhere is just going to be a wrapper on stuff for the most part, right? Don't you think? If I were in your shoes, I'd learn everything I can. I want to learn everything I can, but should I do it first? Is this the right spot for me to think about authentication? I want to learn everything, sure. Well, all the things. That's why I'm doing TypeScript. No, not first, right? So I wait. And I do regular authentication. For now. But it's good that I understand that Django REST framework and Django have different authentication models. It's crazy. My first would be models, serializers, view sets, auth permissions. In that order. Cool. But if I'm doing one, let's write it in Rust. Everybody, let's rewrite it in Rust. Wolf, if I'm doing one module at a time, if I'm doing the inquiry module first, would I do inquiry, model serializers, view sets, auth permissions? And then I've got that all done, as a full module. And then I can use that same thought as I move through. Is that how I would do it? Or would I do himself. Are you new here? All right. You want to show me how valuable serializers are? So I should post something. You are kind of new. I like hard mode. And I don't learn. I guess I just get bored. I get bored. And so I have to switch it up. But I'm not bored right now. But I think my brain just goes like, hey, I can't learn this anymore. My head hurts. And switching it up helps refresh the page. And then when I go back to it, I feel better. Because I'm like, oh, this is all familiar. I can do this. And it becomes more accessible. And I'm like, okay, what's the next step now that I see this and remember this? So I guess that's sort of what, I have a lot of ADD, actually. Convoluting stuff unnecessarily doesn't result in getting anywhere. Am I convoluting something? Having chat talking at me was hard mode by itself. Oh no, Aldermere, I'm sorry you stopped streaming. I don't mind it anymore. I think that I've gotten used to it. When I first started, I had a hard time, but now I feel it just gets easier with time, because I think, and also as you become a better developer, you start being like, that feels like it's going to take me down a tangent track. Like this is right now, like, but I needed to understand it, I think. I want to do front end today, right? So if I see, yeah, absolutely, Josh, like, no, do this instead. And I think at the beginning, you're like, oh, okay, well, let me try that. And then you're like, well, let me try what they said. And then you're like, let me try what they said. And it just gets very confusing. But I think when you get to a point where you're like, that was really frustrating. So I'm going to just take, the words of people I trust, like Wolf, who knows Django like the back of his hand, literally almost friggin' wrote it, kind of. But absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to. I bugs me when people poop on any framework or language, especially PHP. I'll fight you. I'm not a fighter, but I'll fight you. You did write some of it? Did you fix a typo? That's what I would have done. Yeah, no, you don't, himself. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, good. All right, so we're going back to, so let's hold on off for now, for at least for a second. I don't know what GeoDjango is, but I like the way it sounds. GeoDjango. GeoDjango. So let's go back to the front end. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. And I have to learn Vue anyway himself I have to. This is my job. So I got to do it anyway. PHP best language confirmed. Aw, Lord Melon. I don't know if it's the best language. If it was TypeScript strict. Laravel does have not. Laravel 9 has strict model typing. But I don't know. And it's also dynamically typed as well instead of statically typed, which is something I learned. Oh, best is familiar. Yes, that's true. Best is familiar right now. Absolutely. And the best language is whatever is paying your bills. 100%. So for me, that's 2. PHP and actually it's 3. 2.5. VBA doesn't count. Anyway. I got you. All right. So let's leave this up and keep basic authentication for now. And then we'll think about it later. And then we've got authentication and permissions here, but these are the 2 things Learn models? Learn Django REST framework models? Learn models? Okay. Oh, Django models in general. I got you. Like model serializers, model dot. You mean the model that you're basing everything on? So the base model, and then all that stuff. The model extensions is what you're saying. If I was after 6 figures for a React job, I'd learn it. Absolutely. Django models, not anything outside of that. Okay. What do you want me to learn about them? I mean, I just want to write my app. No, I know you say that all the time, but I was like, it's fine. If I need to use it, can't I just use it? Like if it's like there's a difference between like learning something that this is sort of what I struggle with. If I don't have a purpose for learning something, it just empties out of my brain. So if you tell me like, sure, Django has like these properties or attributes that are a string, indexes, yeah, I kind of have a purpose for learning it, but I don't have a direct purpose. So I don't know, I struggle with that. Like I don't have a use for it yet. So why would I apply it? But I mean, I could. All right, so go to inquiry list. I gotcha. Inquiry list. I'm here. And post something. Scroll down. That's as far as I got. I don't have a user model yet. It's empty. So actually I do have user models. I don't have a user. I think that profile object one is a user. Okay. But I don't care. Right now. I mean, I probably do. And I probably would have gotten there anyway. And when we got there anyway, I'd be like, what's profile object one? And then I would Google it, right? I don't think we have it. Oh, I guess it could be Chrissy. I guess we could look at them. I guess we could look at the SQLite database and see. dbeaver. If I have 100 users, it's not an actual user is what you're saying. It's a profile object. Mm-hmm. Right. I gotcha. No, I hear you. Whoa. That's that's the conceptual understanding, efficiency, correctness, and I don't necessarily keep the conflict between that and paying bills in mind. Conceptual understanding, efficiency, correctness. Yeah, I mean, I think it depends. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I understand what you're saying. I do like understanding concepts, but string and reper is how things show up when used, converted to a string, and how it looks in debug views, respectively. And that's the most immediate usefulness, in my opinion. That makes sense. Favorite adult beverage, dirty martini. Those seem like polar opposites. Representation. Okay. What if I said spiked milk? That's cool. In a model tells you what it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, work is often about getting things done, whereas my focus is about doing things the best way. I mean, himself, that makes sense. Let's see. I mean, I think that if y'all understood how much I cared about doing things exactly the best way, like this is my time to chill, right? This is like I still learn. I will go and I'll look up everything, well, except that string thing. I will probably will anyway now that I understand, but there's sort of like there's a reach, right? Like I get to a point where I'm like, okay, if I don't need it right away, I won't commit it to memory. It will just leave my brain. It will literally just escape from my brain. It doesn't matter if I sit and study models for an hour. It will just go away if I've never used it or I don't know why I'm using it or whatever. And so, yeah, right? A lot. So then when I get to the point where I'm like, oh my God, this is where I need this. This is fantastic. I love this. That's when I fall in love with code. But if I've written something like 6 times, because I know that the string tells me what the model is, it's like it just doesn't mean anything until I find its utility. To know something exists but not the details. No, I guess that's fair. Yeah. It doesn't tell you what the model is, it tells you what the object is. All right, well, let's put it in the user class anyway. All right, let's do it because you're so certain that it's going to help me that I believe you. I believe you. So let's go ahead and put it in the user model, which is the base model. Hold on. What the hell? Models.model. Yeah, I extend the base class user, don't I? It's from, yeah, it's this. It's from here. So I need to do it to profile. I need to give it a string method. Yeah, okay, I'll do it now. I'm happy to do that. That's fine, yeah. Don't look at my browsable API and users. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this the way I would do it. Well, probably not. Good night, Josh. Air breathers. You calling us mouth breathers? Have a good night, Josh. Celebrate! Alan, did you know they took that word away from me again? No, but this is not literally it. This is fine, right? This is okay. I'm with you. I got you. So if string, okay, let me back up. So if dunder string is defined, then it returns an F string with whatever you put in there. It could be anything. You could put anything in there and it will return the F string, right? What is the difference between that and define? What's the difference between that and define return string? Like if I just wrote a method in profile that was define return string or define, username, right? And I just said a small little, how many minutes are we up to for stream tomorrow? 20. Why does it matter? This is the difference. This is like Python magic method. Okay, but you understand that I'm happy. Automatically called when anything tries to use something as a string because string implicitly calls string. Okay, I got you. So it's used. Today I learned, no, I didn't know what it was made out of. I blindly yeeted my money. Wheat or hold on. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so that's really helpful, Maximus. That's something I didn't know before. That That's the difference. That's what makes it bread and butter. Yeah, I understand. String 5 is really calling integer dot dunder string. So if I added this to, all right, so thank you, Wolf. So if I added this to my profile model, my profile class, let's add it down here. So when you're saying, and maybe I'm wrong, right, Wolf? Maybe I'm wrong, but when you say, I want you to learn the Django models, you're saying, I'd like you to understand the best way to use or the most efficient way to use everything that the Django models have to offer. And what I'm saying is, wow, that seems like a lot of brain work for very little foot traffic. Foot traffic? I'm adding it to the class. Is it not under the class? Hold on. It's not under the class. Hold on. I'm here. I could probably get rid of my post methods too, but maybe not. I don't know. So good. Return super string. What happens if I just leave it like that? What's super? Refers to the parent class. So it's the user. That would be user. I guess no, it's still profile. But anyway, if we did what you said and we said to return the f string profile username. I don't have username. I just have user. I wonder if I should have name. Why is that such a lame profile model? Why'd you guys let me create such a lame profile model? Oh, because is name under user? No, it wouldn't matter. Huh. Silly old girl. Silly old bear. All right, so we'll just return the f string that you mentioned. So f. I don't know why, I don't know what that word was. Statements must be separated by new lines. Stop. Today is brought to you by the letter F. Why is it lowercase? Can I have uppercase? Or would you do lowercase on purpose? Brain work makes the most efficient foot traffic. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I know, Wolf, I know. Sad human? Yeah, that's okay, Maximus, I'll figure it out. Neither needs to be self. Oh, okay. Thanks. I don't think so, though. Oh, self dot. I see. So it would be self. I knew that. No. String literal is unterminated? Silly girl. Okay. So we have the dunder string method. What? What do you mean profile self? Hold on. I think I'm okay. Do I need this string? The word you wrote brings to mind an IT Crowd episode when Jen was going on holiday with a person named... Yeah, that's what I thought too. Himself. Okay, good. Sweet. So now, since this reloaded, when I look at inquiry, it should not have anything in it, right? It has me in it because I'm logged in. I see. That's interesting. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I think like profile object one, like here is what would have happened. I would have been like, what the hell is profile object one? How do I switch this? And I wouldn't have gone to the database. I would have been like, Google profile object one. That would have happened. And then I would have found the dunder string method, been so amazed that there is a method that does that in Python, and gotten really excited about it because that's how I learn. That's how things get into my brain. I mean, yes, I could definitely understand. I could go first and be like, oh, what's everything I need out of the model? And that would be fine. Like getting the recognition, seeing it would be fine. But I can't pay attention long enough for that stuff to store in my head. I forgot the name of the index key, but I definitely recommend adding it to the string output. So for instead of user, do user ID. Or user index? Well, let's look at index. What do you mean? And Wolf, you know I appreciate it. I just want you to understand how I learn so that when you're like, oh my God, Chrissy's done this 6 times and doesn't remember it. Even if we've done it together or you've explained it to me or whatever, that you can be patient with me because that aha moment hasn't happened. Because I don't care about it. It doesn't have space in my head. So it is just empty code. And I usually don't write empty code. I usually don't write code that I don't understand. Unless I have to get somewhere quickly, but I usually need to understand what's happening in it before I write it down or while I'm writing it down. It says this is a different meta index. Is that what you're talking about, Maximus? Is that what you're talking about? How do you feel about code when someone says, just type this for now? And even though you won't get it, never. I hate it. I mean, I guess I did it with the authentication. I didn't even read it. But that was really because it was the end of the night. And I was like, okay, I guess it does depend on my energy level. But for most of the time, Alan, no, I'm not going to do that. We'll use it as a base to explain stuff off of. No, I hate that. Just type this for now. It gives me agita. There was a study I read that shows that the brain is developing to remember where to find information rather than the information itself. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Like we're changing, we're evolving. I think it's self.id. Not sure what the default is, but so that it looks like self. Okay, let's do that because it can't hurt to have the ID first and then the user. So I don't know if I want to save it like that in the database. But yeah, yeah, I don't want to save it like that in the database though. But we'll show it like that just for shies and giggles. For shees and giggles. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, right, because it'll, well, hold on. Yeah, I want to understand that. Hold on a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's the index. Why do you think that's one? You think I trashed my database? I trashed my database, y'all. That's why the auth didn't work. Bye bye, Zulu. Hey, what's up? I don't have that opinion. Hey, mods, like, this is, well, okay, you have a, bye bye, Zulu. You have one sentence to change your phrase to something that's relevant to stream. And then if not, you will just get banned because that's totally irrelevant to the phrase. Thank you very much. Cool. Timeout smart. Why didn't the auth work? How do we trash the database? Yesterday, I had a whole bunch of migrations that I wanted to move. So I kind of rewrote all the migrations and then deleted the database. So that's what happened. Okay, good. No, I'm good. Yeah. Hey, Sean, how's it going? It's going really well. It's going really well. This is a good bonus stream. I appreciate making all the mistakes. Hey, what's up? Immediate shock. Welcome on it. Ah, jerk. Oh. It's all good. It's all good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good insomnia time. All right, so we've got that. Wolf, is there something else you would like me to learn about the models that would really benefit me? It's 12:18. And Wolf goes into hiding after as I yell at him for helping me. Actually do user.username. Oh, okay, hold on. I missed that. Sorry, I'll do that. User.username. Why would I want to do that? Because I don't have a username. Wouldn't make any sense. Or are you saying I should add that to the model? Wolf, one way. It's okay. Self.user. But let me see what he said anyway. It'll have every user in the system if there were multiples. You know, I deleted the database. Can't do user.username. It's not working. Unless you think I should rephrase this. That's how times are. Knowing how to find something out is far more valuable than being able to remember in most cases, except ones that require immediate knowledge like survival or saving lives. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I can do that, Maximus. So now you're saying this one? Okay. Is a special method used I take pride in my ability to remember the Pythagorean theorem. Thank you very much. Hey, T. What's up, T? Versus string. Return one that would be useful when just viewing the object. The ID, I guess. Right? The ID. So it would be the ID and maybe the display name or something. I think you're saying to do the same thing that I did before. Sorry, cat butt in the air. So I need to do, well, first of all, second of all, and then you're saying this. Return something that would be useful if I was debugging, which would be the same kind of thing, right? Like, why not, right? Oh, no. What's the cosine rule? Ka, adjacent over hypotenuse, equals tangent. No, equals ka. Cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse, right? Wait. So just self-user here? From string? Yeah, what? I was like, what? What? I don't know what the cosine rule is. I mean, I do. I used to. I don't remember anymore. Ah. Because now I have something that I can debug with, right? SOHCAHTOA. No, but the cosine rule is longer. It's like, right? Thought it was shorter breath. Me? I don't know. Oh, like that? Yeah, that's what I answered. But that's not the cosine rule. Adjacent over hypotenuse, but yeah, but that's not it. Hey, old sloppy, let's not do that. How about we don't do that? Yeah? Maybe not call me out on my crap mathematics when I'm trying to do other things on stream. Law of cosines. Oh, no, it is adjacent over hypotenuse. Equals, oh, no, but it's a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c is the cosine rule. So I just looked it up to remember it. Yeah. Fight. It's not Ivy League. It is not an Ivy League school. It's a good school, but it is not an Ivy League school. It is for tech? No, it isn't. It is not. No, it isn't. No, it's not. No, it isn't. I don't care right now. Anubis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I think, do I have to do a debug in order to like show this? Marximus? Hey, what's up? How are you today? The length of the side of a triangle giving two sides in the opposite angle. Yeah. Oh, right. Ka is, wait, let me see. Cosine is adjacent over, no. But you're right. Side, angle, side, angle. Like that stuff. I can't remember though. Okay. What's everyone's the lever? The pulley, obviously. Okay. It will change. Why would it make a difference though? Because I just changed the string. I'm not. Like, where would that go? Oops. Oh, you know what? I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're saying get rid of this. Hold on. Maybe you're not, but let's see what it does anyway. Okay, it still does profile object. And it doesn't return everything. So then why, if I'm in the GUI, right, you're saying like, okay, yo, you're in the GUI, Chrissy. I'm so sad. I'm really sad. I'll be there for you. Thanks, Alan. Celebrate. Hold on. Even the I'm not blue. I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean. Because isn't this, if it isn't the whole point of this? No. I'll be there for you is Friends. I'll be there for you. These 5 words I swear to you. Yes, it is banned. Ishan bums me out. That's what happens when you ban bubbles. I get sad faster. Go ahead, add the time. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's 30 minutes now. Can we unban them? I mean, Old Sloppy was the one who banned them. So it's up to Old Sloppy. But he's taking an AWS quiz right now, so we don't know. Like a higher redeem? No. Bring me a higher redeem. I gotta give you your channel points back. Bring me a higher redeem. Oh. No, I don't think we can unban them. You can't. You can't. We've already got 30 minutes. Oh my God. Himself, you're gonna get banned. No, thank you, please. Okay, so here is the, yeah, right. Always. It's all good. What's that higher love I've been dreaming of? I guess. Okay, but can we stop, please, with the Jello fighting? Silliness. Ridiculous. If I drop a breakpoint in VS Code such that you'd see a profile object in the visual, oh. So do I just print it? Ah, thank you for the gift subs. Woohoo, celebrate. Ishan, thank you so much. What the Hack, Emperor Zombie. Who else? And yeah, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I really appreciate it. And I can't say the word celebrate. That's good enough for me. This is the same Chrissy who was going to check out Amaranth on stream. What? Who cares? Actually, a Breakpoint Online 17? Oh, it can only be used within a loop. Hold on a minute. You mean a breakpoint. You're talking about this breakpoint right here, right? I know, I do too. It makes me so happy. You can't unban it because I already have 30 minutes towards a stream. You can't just unban it. You have to, if you spend another 5,000 channel points and say unban that word, then I will take that. Otherwise, I have to follow the stream gods. You don't understand. Green, everybody picks green. How long does the ban work? The whole stream? No, that's not what will happen. It is a popular color and does not look good with my skin. Restart the stream. T, I think that's a good idea. Aw, Marximus Maximus, thank you so much. Woohoo! I am so happy. That is a terrible, terrible rule, though. Maybe I will do a higher redeem. Bubbles! Yay! Thanks, Marximus. Yeah, himself. I'm okay. So literal. I think I really made Wolf mad again. And it makes me so sad because I learn a certain way and it's so hard. It's so hard to like bend the rule of that. And it makes me really sad because he's just trying to help me. If you have the Django app running in debug mode and you refresh the browser GUI, that should stop. Do I have to mix them? It should stop. Do I not have it in debug mode? I have it in develop. It's in dev, I think. So I'm not sure. I'm sorry I made you sad. I know bubbles are a crucial debug, but it changes the whole stream. It literally changes the whole stream when I can't say bubbles. You'll see it self-printed as, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem to be happening. If you have the Django app running in debug mode, it's in developer, so I'm not sure if that's different than debug mode, and maybe I should figure that out. Maybe, hold on, let's exit and see if we can figure out what the run server extension for debug is. Django. It looks like run server debug. Run server debug. So it is still true. Override debug equals true. So it's true on, well, okay, but that's the worst way to learn. Let's read this and believe that it's true. Okay, let's go to the docs. Let's see. Debug. Displaying debug output. Use verbosity. Okay, let's do that, right? So let's do I do this? Verbosity? Nope. It didn't like that. So that's probably not what I was supposed to do. I'm just gonna trash my computer someday with that. Displaying debug output. I'm not sure. A debug mode. This is tests. This is tests related. It's super hard to learn to teach someone who learns different from yourself. It's taken me a long ass time. Yeah, true. He's still here, don't worry. He's a Giga Chad. I'm not perfect at it either. I have no idea how you started it. I just did run server, and I think run server default is debug. But I'd imagine it would say it here. So maybe it isn't. Yeah, I guess that's a good Google, Marximus. How to run Django in debug from VS Code. Debugger. Switch to run view in VS Code. Or F5. That's not what happened. Stop it. Go away, speech services. I don't want you. Oh, no. Go away. All right. Oh my God. It was easier just to see this. Oh my God. You're probably already wondering if there's an easier way to run the server and test the app without typing. But this is what I'm doing already. In this Django tutorial, you create a simple Django app with 3 pages that use common base template. Understand the work. Tutorial does not explore various details about Django itself. It's supposed to already be in debug mode. So then debug console? I feel like this, so if I open this, will it do anything? I don't know. I feel like something's funky. Please start a debug session to evaluate expressions. No. Why do I have breakpoints in these codes? It's weird. How come it saw these breakpoints? And why is there a breakpoint in? But it didn't see the one that I had. It's really bugging me. Where did it go? Now I can't even use it. Oh my God, stop. Ah! I don't know what's going on. I just ruined everything. Terminal run. One of my issues is so much stuff out there doesn't teach in the way I learn. Absolutely, Alan. Running it from the terminal will not get you a visual debugger. You can connect debugger to the server URL. Okay. You want whatever will connect the VS Code debugger to the... I know, Windows. How can I help you? Here's a complete list of things you can say. I know. That looks like what you want. Keep reading that section. Okay. I gotcha. How do you like developing on Windows? It's a pain in the ass, but it's fine. It's not fully in debug mode because VS Code is not connecting to the visual debugger. So, select the link and VS Code where... Okay, here we go. Start over. No configurations. Little bug. Huh, interesting. It looks different. Same thing, though. I mean, it looks like it's configured to me. Let's get this database down. It looks like it's configured. Select a link and VS Code will prompt. I'm not clicking the play icon. Yeah, but my debugger went away too. I don't even know what this is anymore. Like this green part. Why is this even here? It's driving me insane. Like, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Oh, well, that's annoying and it's ugly. And I want to just use, oh, breakpoint right here. Put the breakpoint back. All right, now we're good. So let's try again. So it's still running. Can I just refresh it? And that didn't seem to do anything. That's all right. So then refresh the browser. Refresh the browser. But that makes sense. Okay. Hold on. I don't think so. Maybe I gotta go one up? No, it should stop in the middle. Yeah, maybe it's not configured correctly. So let's follow the instructions a little bit more and make sure. Select the link and VS Code will prompt you for a debug configuration. Select Django and VS Code will populate a new launch JSON file with Django run configuration. The launch JSON file contains a number of debugging configurations, each of which is separate JSON objects within the configuration array. Not seeing this launch.json. If Django app is not running, that GUI doesn't display in the browser, right? Correct. Yeah, if I quit this, which I can. Wait a minute. Did I have it 2 instance of it? No, this is the front end. This is the back end. Thank you for the follow. Qtinte? Cutie NTE? If that's not your real name, that would be funny. I'm sorry if it isn't. I gotta move down. So CD into Soapbox. And then I'm gonna... Oh, come on. No, it's Django Managed Pi. Hold on, sorry. Gotta see, I don't know. Django Managed Pi run server. Not found. because I need to be in the virtual environment. Okay, try again. I also was using Django instead of Python. Don't do that? Uh-oh. Why? I'm pretty sure we don't have 2 copies. This is view. This is empty. We can close that. Only 1 copy. I don't want to run via terminal? Can I just open another terminal? Yeah, why not run in terminal? Oh, I see. So you're saying don't run it right now. Just run the debugger. Ah, I see. Run it with the debugger. I see. So it's not, okay. I would think it would. And so now if I press play again, it will move past that breakpoint, right? Make sure to end the terminal one. I didn't. Didn't even start up. It's the same one. It's okay. But then do we press? It hasn't even hit the breakpoint yet. Cancel. Okay. Try refreshing the page now. I see. Okay. I'm with you. Refreshing. It can't because it's broken. It's refreshing. It's not refreshing. Check. Are we getting? I don't know. Check Visual VS Code. Yeah. In VS Code. Oh, here. Okay. It hit the breakpoint. Until this progresses, the browser will be blocked. Okay. Now it's at the breakpoint. Now I can go past the breakpoint. You'll see your variables on the top left. Okay. Bound method profile and string. Oh, hash. String. That's weird that this is still calling it the same thing as it did before. Isn't that weird? That's where, so you see where it says self in the top? Yeah. That's where representation result. That's fine, but why is the string weird? There's a deep magic inside Python. Avoid for now. Okay. See, Alan, I can take something like that. Like there's magic there. Like don't touch it. That's fine. That's different. But why is this still running as 1-Chrissy codes when it's labeled as, oh, because I'm at the breakpoint. Maybe. Hold on. Let me just do one step. Step into. Okay, it just kept going after that. That's fine. I think the fact that the UI is picking up the string version makes sense. With his song. Yeah, I guess you're right. This is the string version. Right. But it's weird that it says bound method profile dot string of 1 dash Chrissy codes. Because this is the debug. This is it. This is where representation is being used. It's telling me. So if I switch this to like bio for some reason, which I don't have one, or display name, that wonderful. Okay, so now it says it's calling an object reference instead of yes. Special variables. Oh, sorry. Okay. Bio is empty. Display name is empty. ID is 1. Inquiry set is something. The user is Chrissy Codes. User ID is 1. Brilliant. Oh, okay. I see. These are all bound methods in the model that help. Check column name clashes. These are all checks. Okay, cool. That are happening that I don't know, but that's probably from the base model. I got it. Yeah, I got it, T. That makes sense. And then there's a state. But I don't know what a state is, so. Could make your own method called bubbles and bind it to the object and call it self bubbles and it'll work. So I can make my own method called bubbles. How about we make our own method? I guess we don't want to make a CRUD method, but like, what if we want to make a method called like define add photo, right? And then we just say like path name, like it'll just be return. It shouldn't return anything. Well, it'll post something, but I'm not going to worry about it. So we're just going to return. We're just going to pass, right? Could I? So you said bind it to this? But yeah, all those bound methods. Oh, I see. Do I do this? Prefixed. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So I'll just say return empty .jpg. That's fine. No, I got you, Tenawa. All those bound methods prefixed with underscore should probably be ignored for now. The underscore prefix means protected. Okay. And as in here, there be dragons. Yeah. That's okay. Can't set a breakpoint on pass. That's fine. So if I set... But you're saying I can bind it now? And is binding it anything different than just putting it underneath the class? Is that the same as binding it? So if I went forward with the... But it hasn't read it yet, right? It hasn't gone through it, so I'd have to send it. Wouldn't I set the breakpoint after? Binding is automatic-ish. Okay. Got you. Cool. All right. So I understand the use for representation and the N for string. So it needs to be a method on the class and take a... Oh, yeah, right. No, you're right. That makes sense. Yeah, I should have done that. And probably would be camel case or something. Got it. And now it's now bound. All right, cool. So if I stop the debugger and then start it over, I will get to that point. After this first one. Hold on. Why didn't that work the way I expected? Oh, because it's still going? Oh, because I have to redo the browser. I guess I'm just so used to logs, but I guess it's sort of the same thing. Same thing. Oh, huh. That's interesting. It didn't. Okay. Technically, it's only bound at runtime when the object instance is created. When you say now it's bound, more technically, now it's defined. Okay. Visual debuggers are way more powerful than just logs, but yes. Yeah, I guess unless you don't know how to use them right, then logs are more powerful. But I hear you. If you know what you're doing, then absolutely I can agree. I can understand that what you're saying is probably correct. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna stop this for a second. Is it still going? Still running. Capagen. Yeah, that's fine. But now I understand what they are because I see them. Cool. Thank you. Nice. All right. So then if we go back to, so let's restart. The feng shui of guilt is all out of balance. Type timeout himself 60 to restore. You can time out yourself. Maybe you can't, actually. I still think string makes sense for the GUI. It is, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, do we not have Tell Me I'm Wrong anymore? You don't have Tell Me I'm Wrong anymore. Oh, that's funny. We used to have a Tell Me I'm Wrong channel point, and it told me I was wrong and timed yourself out. It was funny. Sort of depends. Like, I think API GUI should use representation, but a user-facing GUI should use string. It doesn't matter to me right now. As long as I know where to find it, it's okay. And I think Marximus, as I got like better at using it, I would be like, oh, I really needed to find this. And then I would put that in the return. And that's it. Like that's as I'm sure as my experience grows, I'll change my preference for that. But yeah. Okay. So now back to, so if I just post something, so it's like $18 is my budget. And what do I want for $18? How about let's see. I would like a cheesecake. I want this recommendation by Thursday, 1/26. And just a whole bunch of zeros. Come away with me. The category is delicatessen, which I don't have a category. These should definitely be required. Oh, I pulled it down anyway. Can't open file. Yeah, I'm not sure which convention people would more likely expect. Oh, yeah. I understand what you're saying. That's interesting. I wonder if you could override it. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. So even with APIs, string makes more sense to me. Yeah. Conventions always add more framework. Himself. Himself is so anti-framework. It's all good. It's fine. Himself, I can't write this in straight. I wouldn't even want to. I really think frameworks help me remember. Fear the Reaper. Someone test it. I need to add a new item and category. I can't even do anything until I have those. So cheesecake gobble gobble. Yeah, these are going to be empty. It's not going to work. That's okay. That is fine with me. We'll fix it anyway. Don't fear the Reaper? Fear the Reaper. Tell me which one you want. You want me to fear the Reaper or not to fear the Reaper? You will eventually transcend frameworks and evolve to a higher plane, all by your own will. I believe in you. Yeah, but I have to see the structure first. Now I want oysters. I'm hungry too. In the interview for the last job I applied for, programmer analyst, the director asked me if I could describe myself in one song. What song would I choose? Come away with me. I doubt that was the linchpin, but I didn't end up getting the role. What would I fear the frameworks? What is it? Hey, welcome. Hey, what's up? What is it? Welcome on into the stream for the first time. Coming from Leah's stream. Do I have a fever? Is the cure more cowbell? I don't get it. Oh, you got it, old sloppy. Did you time yourself out? It stops you from being a mod. Broke, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. The only song I can ever think of when someone asks is Sexy Motherfucker by Prince. Huh. So I think for me, let's see. I don't know. Maybe we can calm this down. Okay. Let's back up a sec. So I was doing view code and that didn't happen. That girl is so dangerous, my girl. I'm your biggest fan. Until you love me. What's your song? Do you have a fever? I don't know. I don't know that song joke. Yeah, I didn't get it. But just tell me I'm wrong, dude. It's supposed to time you out. Yeah, what is it? Of course. It's very important. Oh, okay. Oh, Blue Oyster Cult. Okay, that's all I need to know. I gotcha. All right, we're gonna not do. We're not gonna. It's a skit. Hold on, wait, skit with joke. Hold on a minute. I love Christopher Walken. SNL's copyrighted. Don't play on stream. All right. Boo. I'll look at it later. Now Capuchin is just my emotes? Oh, that's so much fun. Ah, it's so cute. I will. That's okay. All right. I'll just look up Christopher Walken, Bruce Dickinson, and I think I'll be okay. I did this. I did learn the things. I learned the things. I will learn more things. Always. But I won't put them in every, so I wouldn't define. So here's the thing. Would I define friggin' string in every model? Like, why? Oh, no, I probably do it in the base model. Oh, yeah, right. I guess that makes sense. But no, but still, I guess I could do it a ID. Like, if you want it, it just seems like it's really redundant. But I guess it's useful. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, I know himself. I'm with you a little bit. Like if you want it, go and get it. But I think himself it does. Sometimes it saves extra coding. Here, super. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense, yes. Like do a global one. It adds extra coding. It does. That's okay right now. We'll work on it later. Oh, thanks, Map. What? I do not understand that. What? Good old mobile phones. Is that an autocorrect? I don't understand what that means. Oh, I see. This is how big I am on your mobile phones. Oh, I see. Yes. Sorry, that took me forever. Sorry about that. Okay, back to what I wanted to do. So this is what happens, right? Someone comes in and says, yo, you need to learn this thing. And I'm like, look, I just want to create a front end. And they're like, well, in order to create a front end, you need to know like these 85 things. And I'm like, what the hell? Do I? Do I really? And they're like, no, you really do. And I think it's because you know it. Or Anna, and it helps you. And that doesn't always, I don't know, it just distracts me. All 5 pixels. Teeny little camera. Whatever. English is to spoken language as blank is to programming? Java? JavaScript? Yeah, good, Ishan. I was thinking Java maybe, but now binary is probably like so if we think English is to spoken language, so binary would be like the alphabet is to spoken language as binary is to programming, right? Can someone tell if title has real reason or clever clickbait? It has a real reason. Yesterday I had an in real life IRL ban, and I guess it is Saturday now though. But wait. Oh man, I didn't. What? Wait. Hold on, I'm confused. What does it say? Oh, Trixie Hobbitses. I do have little Lego brickheads. We just got new. So Lego got a contract with Lord of the Rings, and so they're starting to come out with Lord of the Rings Legos, which is really exciting. Like hey Mosh, what's up? Welcome on in. I know himself. I know. In order to create a front end, you must become one with the back end. Look, I think you can do both at once, and you just get better at both all the time. And you can't be perfect at one. That gives me anxiety. The idea of being absolutely perfect and knowing everything about one before I do the others. That's so terrifying. I didn't want that to be the case. Why a good person like you has to go through this? Oh, what? Like liking Lord of the Rings or liking Legos? Or oh, the IRL ban. No, yeah, no, it's a bonus stream because I said it. I said a IRL ban word 6 times. I need a Minas Tirith set of Lego. Yeah, I would like a Galadriel's place. I can't think right now. The forest. Oh my god, I can't think of it. Lothlorien. Rivendell. No, not Rivendell for me. It would be... Is it Lothlorien? Rivendell would be beautiful. Lothlorien, yeah. Yeah. That would be the gig. That or I mean the Lonely Mountain would be cool with like a little Lego dragon. Right? Am I right? That would be cool. And like all the little like a gold pile. Man, that would be a badass Lego. I'm gonna design that Lego. Okay, all right. Enough about Legos. Lego. Sorry, I know it's singular, plural. Okay. Fuck. All right. Excuse my language. Sorry. Okay. Do I have this? Is Python front end hard? Yes. No. At least that's what I'm hearing. I don't like it, but it's very close to Blade, which is the Laravel front end, which is also just okay. Python is rarely used for web front end. Local front end is a bit of a pain. Yeah, I agree. It's a pain. Yeah, I keep getting distracted. Lothlorien is more trees stuff. Rivendell is more traditional Japanese style building. Yeah, but I love it though. I love Lothlorien. The lights. Can you imagine you press a little button and all the like lights come on? And like all the elves saying about Gandalf being dead. It'd be fantastic. Okay. All right, so we've got this single page application that is waiting for some love. We have some, so let's get out of here and let's go into Soapbox View and look at our components. Hello world. Does this have a different... Hey Leo, what's up? What is it here? From your stream. I thought this was only supposed to be an hour stream. Yeah, that's a good point. I think I should go to bed. I should absolutely go to bed. Friday night. It's I'm a little upset because I wanted to start my front end. I know this is exactly how you felt on your on your 24-hour stream when you're like, okay, I've been working on this OS stuff for like ever. A little more Saturday morning than Friday night. Actually, I think it's still more Friday night than Saturday morning. And I had bubbles banned at the beginning, but they're not banned anymore. They were unbanned. Thank you to Maximus Maximus. And so I got 30 minutes for the next stream, but that's going to stay on the clock too. So I was thinking of creating like a little like app that keeps track of it or something. We should at least have a command that keeps track of it, right? You get like we can reset it and just have it. So you use JS front end to make Python front end. It's confused me already. They're separate. The back end is Django. I'm doing it with REST. I'm trying to do it with a REST API, like a REST framework, sorry. And Fair himself. And the front end is we're trying to decouple it so that it just references the back end. So it's a TypeScript front end, or it will be eventually. And so, like completely separate. Django View, sad human. Why himself? Why? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to do everything vanilla? I mean, yes, but I love this project. I want it to be. I didn't see the picture? No, I missed it. Lots of folks who do TypeScript front ends, they want to do TypeScript Node backend. Yeah, fair. Thought Django is the Python front end framework. Django does have a front end framework. It's not a front end framework, but it has a Jinja 2, I think Jinja 2, which is a front end piece of templates. In programming, I drew you a flowchart. Oh. No, Python is the backend. I've said this before. Python is the backend. Andrew the coder. Python is the backend. Are you correcting me? Django can do server-side rendering. Oh, yes, right. Yes, that makes sense. The FS Watch? All right, good to know. Vue and TypeScript are for client-side rendering. Yes, got you. I'll look later himself. Okay, so I need a few things. And I want to look at the way Vue is saying to organize the front end because so it's saying there's a list. Is this a directory then? Or is this like a different component? The Vue's application component tree might be. Like, I'm not sure what they mean here. Is this a directory or is this a component? Nested reusable components. For example, a to-do applications component tree might look like this. But this wouldn't be how it's. The app is the root component. To-do list is a parent component. It has a to-do item. A to-do item has a to-do delete button and a to-do edit button. Multivariate calculus? Sure, why not? Not really. Huddles in the corner at the mention of FS Watch. Oh no, Alan, I'm so sorry. Friends being judged? Why are they here? I don't get this. I think I need context himself. I'll have to, I'm too tired to understand this joke. Literally nothing interprets TypeScript. It's transpiled. There's that word again. That fake word, transpiled. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Transpiled, not a word. All right. So we need a few things. We need a create item component, or I guess we'll call it an item component. I think that's too vague. So I think I'm going to do a create item component. So we're going to open a directory and we're going to do item, which really should be, I think, thing. I wonder if I should make this lowercase. I think I should. I think I'm going to call it items. And then we're going to say create, come on, item.view. And this is going to be, and then a script. And put the script, it doesn't matter which way it goes. Button view script is on the bottom. And I think I'll worry about styles later, but I'll put them in here anyway. So I'm not entirely sure if I want to change the style of my components. Wing setup is what that should be. Do I still have to do a lang? That's interesting. Cool. All right. So then, are you guys gonna mad at me if I use a whole bunch of divs? Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is and then this is going to be input vModel equals, I don't really think I need a vModel, do I? It's just going to be a post component. Not the divs. I use divs. I'm a diver, a div. Input. It's going to be a drop down. And I'll add an item. So this is more admin-y, huh? So it's, I guess, a create an item. And then we're gonna add, I gotta think about what's supposed to be in here. Let's do the base first. So the input type is going to be equal to a text box, text area, text. What is this called? No. When you run TypeScript, the result. Oh my God, are we fighting? Hold on, back up. Hold up. Stop fighting. What? C++ is and always has been compiled to machine language, not even the same discussion. Okay, back up. QLogic, are you causing trouble? Python is backend. Right now, Python is backend, but Jinja is in Python. Hold on. TypeScript is not even a language. It's a superset. Hold on. I mean, maybe it's not. Literally nothing interprets TypeScript. Fair. Transpiled is a funny word. Oh my good heavens. So angry. Yeah, a QLogic. I mean, you guys, this is just like a semantics argument. No, it was not. It was a preprocessor. What you incorrectly called a linter. That was translated to C, and then the C was compiled. Hold on. I don't have anything in here. Give me a minute on the... Leah, you don't like my divs? Yeah, that's fine. You never run TypeScript. You compile TypeScript to JavaScript, right? Are we so angry? We should do a project sometime in Chrissy in Laravel. Yeah, I have this project in Laravel actually. Email clients hate them though. Yeah, I know, that makes sense. SQL is to coding as juggling is to spoken language. Nice. Carpers, this is why I don't associate with nerds. Look at this fight. I know, for real. Chill your booty. Whoa, geez, don't confuse the Nick colors there. I'll get hydrate. Oh my goodness. Thanks, prophets. You rock too. I'm almost there. Free Q logic. My after dark voice activated? Wait. Q. Oh, okay. It's not Q logic. I saw Q logic say one thing. I'm sorry, Q logic. Marximus and Andrew. Looks like you stopped. I know. I just had to look. I tried to get Chrissy to allow for a nerds channel point redemption from Revenge of the Nerds, but I wouldn't allow it. No, we're not nerds. Cool. I mean, nerds are cool, but that's not what I mean. I'm just using the correct words and historical facts. I don't think you should be telling folks who are here to learn things that aren't true. Andrew, just chill. Just chill. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I think that it's like so semantic and specific, and it just doesn't need it. It just doesn't need it. Yeah, we just don't need it. It's fine. I think Marximus, I think you have a point about like people mislearning things, but also like there's so much like simple, like saying things are one thing versus another. I mean, you might be right? Absolutely. But I don't know. Did someone ask? Cart pusher. Nuh-uh. Don't diminish people. It's not a fight. It's not a fight. They're just talking about whether or not TypeScript is a language. And in like, it depends on how you define. Yeah, but it depends. Like, language is so fluid. So, Andrew's misinformed about the history of programming language. Oh, I see. So Andrew is just not being open. Okay, thanks himself. Oh my God, I was not expecting it to be a slang insult. What's a slang insult? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. No. There is an eject redemption. Is there an eject redemption? Peace to toxic. Andrew, chill. It's not worth it anymore. It's not. This is a losing battle. There's no reason. It's all right. It's okay. It's going to be okay. I think if you would like to move this discussion to the programming section of Discord, that would be really cool. But like, we just move past it. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Ian Douglas, what's going on? I'm confused. Div is an insult? Wait a minute, what? I'm so confused. It's just a tag. Okay, Andrew, you're gonna get timed out. Like you're still going on about it, and I asked you to stop. So please. On Urban Dictionary? Oh man, there isn't really discussion to be had, so better just pipe straight to dev null. I think so. Use whispers or something, yeah. Yeah, right. Talk to each other. Boy. What do you think would be the best way to distract a conversation? Have you seen 10 Things I Hate About You? That's what I was thinking, old sloppy. I mean, not mine. Bubbles! stretch. A stretch sounds good. Thanks, Mark Smith. You're awesome. Let's see. We'll do a quick stretch, although I do have a cat on my lap. And then I do think I gotta go to bed soon. Like, I don't want this to be 2 o'clock stream. Who wants this to be a 2 o'clock stream? We're all tired. Free! I usually do the splits for I'm not throwing shade at Julia Stiles. I'm just saying that's the way to distract a conversation. I want to do splits. They're not good splits. I'm just working on them. And this is the only time I get to work on them, is when I have a free spin wheel for... I can't either. I can't do splits. Oh, if you can't do splits instead, I don't know. Figure it out. Feel free to let me know what that was in the Discord. Hold on. All right. I hate this. I can't go very far, but I'm going to get there. Oh, no. Okay, that's where I stop. Should I stay here for 10 seconds? I think I'm going to pull something. Ugh, stuck. Yes, absolutely. What? They are a valid form of stretching. Yeah, Leah, I'm trying to do them slowly. But like sometimes I'll put my bum against the wall and like split my legs apart so that like it has support. Cause yeah. Stretching is for loosening muscles? Oh, all right. Well, I'll do a neck stretch then. It's free. Oh, feels good. Feels nice. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Toe touch hangs are great too. I like them sometimes. All right. So I've started doing some front end. It doesn't say anything. What is this? What is this? What is it? What is it when it's just a... I can't even remember. Like, I'm so tired I can't remember. I think it's just text, isn't it? My brain is not working right now. Yeah, it's just text. Okay, that's what I thought. And then I think I need to do some V-binds and stuff, but part of that is just me learning how to do this. So we're gonna have, do we want placeholder text? I don't think so right now. That is an invalid end tag. Right? Is it? I don't think inputs usually have end tags. Element is missing an end tag because I'm missing this. And I didn't think these had them. Oh, okay, they don't. Okay, good. Splits are weight bearing? I think it's like input, blah, blah. It's been a while since I've done this stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I need this. Thank you. And then this needs to say label. No, that already is there. I need placeholder text, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Okay, so then what do I need to do to make this a real component? Nothing really. It's just a form item. I'm not even sure. I think I need to, I don't need v-bind. Is it gonna be a v-bind to the item? But I don't think well, I might, because if I submit the form, maybe? I don't know. Ooh, form validate, form no validate. I haven't seen that before. Kind of, okay. There we go. I don't think I need a V-bind though. But whatever. We have one anyway. In case we need it somewhere else. And then I have been using the options version of, is tits censored for everyone? Who is Sin? Thank you for the follow. And Mosh, thank you for the follow. Glad to see my telepathy is strong. Your body is weight. Oh, right. Oh, we hydrated a while ago. All right, hold on a minute. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to hydrate, but I could see it the first time you said it. Oh, yeah, me too. It depends. If you like click on the message and you show it, it depends on what your settings are. Hydrate for everyone. I just realized I have a headache because of the lack of the H2O. Yes. And I'm going to hydrate, but I think I'm also going to abruptly end stream because it's 1:37 and I don't want to fight through Vue with TypeScript right now. I like realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I want to do this really badly, but like the Django model talk like slowed me down. I'm really glad I learned those things, but it switched me over. Tired brain and learning is bad plan. Yeah, I think so too. I'm happy. I could play like video games, but I don't want to do this. Chrissy's brain about 50 seconds ago. Wait a minute, I don't need to be here. Himself, that's kind of what happened. I read something that you retain the most information 2 to 3 hours before going to sleep. Well, then I am past that point. So yeah, so I feel like next time I am going to be prepared to do some Vue in TypeScript. I'm going to work out how a form is supposed to look. And I mean, honestly, I need to add some data to the database just to like kind of get an idea of what I want in it anyway, because I want to be like testing and looking at like what it returns and things. Yeah, you think I should do a Chrissy chill stream like a game day? I could do a game day. I'd be happy. Hopefully we all can promise to not tangent you. No. I appreciated the tangent. It was important. But I just realized like I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't even think through this. I was like, when I didn't know that the input type was text, I was like, nah, like this is nah, like my brain is too tired. Sleep streams are creepy as fuck. We should do one next time on Crazy Codes. Will there be a new Star Wars Lego in the background? There is. There already is. We can show them next time. Sure, it just didn't need to happen right then. And yeah, I've only got like 4 hours in me most days for coding. Rare 12-hour marathons though. I can do a pretty long time, but I think because last night I stayed up till 4:30, I'm pretty tired. And I did work on Vue all day, but it was different than it was JavaScript. So I think I just needed a break. So I'm going to take a break. All right, everybody. So let's go find someone to raid. Raid that channel. Oh, Time Enjoyed without question. Let's go raid Time Enjoyed. Easy peasy. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for hanging out. I'm sorry for the abrupt end, but thank you for the bonus stream. I really appreciated it. Sleeping on stream used to be banned. Now there's a category for it. I know. Twitch. What are you doing, Twitch? Yeah, have a wonderful night, and I will see you all soon. Ishan, Bubbles! Mark Smith, thanks for giving me Bubbles back. We're going to go check out Time Enjoyed because that is an easy scooch over. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever it is that you are celebrating. Thanks for the subs and the hanging out and the follows, and I appreciate everybody. And next time we'll do some Vue with TypeScript. Have a Caramon, hey! Have a fantastic night. I will see y'all later.